let a jury decide, or treat Daniel as a homeowner defending himself and his family and place the legal responsibility solely on Matthew. In the end, they make the call. Under Michigan's self-defense law, even if Daniel's bullet killed Kimberly, Matthew created the deadly crossfire and therefore bears the legal responsibility for her death. With this, Matthew is formally charged with attempted murder for shooting at Daniel, voluntary manslaughter for Kimberly's death, and multiple counts of felony firearm. In the weeks that follow, investigators uncover a darker side of the marriage. Multiple witnesses describe a pattern of alleged abuse between Matthew and Kimberly, including physical violence and intimidation. That context offers detectives insight into why Kimberly may have gone along with an armed trip to her lover's house instead of walking away. 2 years later, in May 2024, Matthew's jury trial begins. During the trial, the two sides present very different versions of the same shootout. Matthew's lawyers argue self-defense, claiming Daniel was the one who came out armed and aggressive, forcing Matthew to fire back and protect himself and Kimberly. They portray him as a devastated husband and a father who snapped under emotional strain. The prosecution frames Matthew as a jealous husband who armed himself, consumed drugs and alcohol, and drove to Daniel's home, looking for a confrontation. After an 8-day trial, the jury rejects Matthew's full self-defense claim and finds him guilty. He is sentenced to a maximum of 40 years, with parole possible after roughly 18 years. Meanwhile, Daniel Giannone, the man who fired the fatal shot, is ultimately released without charges. These officers just found an abandoned car in the middle of the forest. They don't know it yet, but in a few minutes, this very car will lead them to the most horrifying discovery of their lives.
Hey, what is this? This looks like a grave.
Less than a mile away, under a pile of leaves, officers find a deceased, decomposing body of a missing mother. But in the days that follow this gruesome discovery, what starts as a search for one woman's killer quickly unravels into a decades-long trail of domestic crimes, dozens of victims, and a sadistic serial offender who's been slipping through the cracks for the past 20 years.
She probably went out with somebody last night. She was gonna put my mom and my nanny 6 feet under.
What she did? What she was doing?
NRB Communications, Frazier.
Yes, I was wondering if I can have a detriment come down and talk to me. My best friend is missing. The last communication was through text to her boss stating she was on her way to work. She never arrived. And then there's been some crazy text.
Approximately 25 minutes after receiving this missing persons 911